beyond a reasonable doubt that the Earth is a sphere and not flat. Because I have a lot of Facebook friends who say that it's flat, and I just can't convince them. Thank you.
Is the Earth flat or round? It's round. Okay, now let's see. How do we go about proving that? Go to the seashore. Go to a seashore and figure out why you can't, if you live on the East Coast, figure out why you can't see Spain from the East Coast of North America. It looks like you might have a St. Louis hat on. I'm not sure. Just go to the middle of the Mississippi River and look south. Why can't you see the Louisiana? Why can't you see New Orleans? What's the problem there?
Oh,
or then climb a tower, or go to the top of a hill or a mountain, and you'll see a little farther. But you will not see to the other side of the Earth, places we know to exist. For example,
wow.
I've been to London.
So scientific.
I can tell you, other people have.
Wow. So
I've been to Vancouver, British Columbia. And you cannot see Vancouver, British Columbia from Boise, Idaho, let alone from New York City or Toronto or what have you. Just start there. Then if you'd like, look at pictures from space.
Oh, pictures. Oh, pictures
where
from
you
space.
see the Earth as a sphere. Those pictures are not faked. And I'll tell you, just if nothing else, here's why you can tell they're not faked. Just to create the paperwork.
Oh my God.
That NASA has created NASA in this one case. Just the paperwork.
Oh, just the paperwork.
To send anything out in space, to send people into orbit or to send them to the moon. That amount of paperwork would make faking it prohibitively expensive. No one could afford to generate that much.
Okay, all right. You're failing, and you're failing hard. Oh God. Wow.
That much documentation. And the other thing, if you want to get into this, if you're really serious, if your friends are really serious, have them get on a boat or a ship and go out at sea, and you'll notice you can't see infinitely far.
Issues.
Furthermore, if you get into it enough, pick up...
You sure you don't just want to measure the surface, Bill? You sure you just wouldn't just measure it? You sure you're going to go, look at pictures? Go get a bedtime storybook called Outer Space? Is that how you prove your reality? Or do we measure surfaces in 2018?
A book about...
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see what Bill would do.
Navigation, or go online and learn about navigation. A very, very important thing you have to take into account when you...
More digital perspective shit. It's all perspective. It's all your perception. It's all about giving you the illusion. Yeah, no, we couldn't possibly have figured this out. No, we couldn't have possibly converted all of the land survey data in 1984 into a spherical model called WGS-84. No, we couldn't have possibly done that.
Try to navigate the ocean from a ship or a boat. Is how high...
Oh, I got something on navigation. Fuck Bill Nye. You don't need to hear Bill Nye right now. You need to hear me. Okay, here's the deal. We've been navigating for thousands of years with the same exact map in the sky that's never changed, okay? Now, if that doesn't click, I'll help you out. So we have a North Star that we use as a reference for a center point for this navigation, okay? And that's always used. And it's the only thing that's ever been used, okay? Do you know what has never been used, though? Sigma Octantis. Never once in history has a civilization ever used Sigma Octantis for reference for navigating. Okay? Checkmate. What do you got next there, buddy?
You are off the sea surface. The higher you are off the sea surface, the farther you can see, the farther away the horizon is.
The farther you can see. Oh, he's laughing
now. Now, this discovery that the world is round was made...
Fuck this guy. Fuck him. He's laughing because he's stuck.
In 15... It was published...
Look, see? He's fishing for shit. He's not trying to think about a year of anything. He's fishing for the next thing he's going to say.
In 1540. Now, I'm concerned, it was Copernicus... I'm concerned it might have been 1530, but it was about then.
He's trying to make you think he's smart because he can rattle off a number of a year that something happened. Like, Really? Dude, I can give you a whole bunch of history, like Galileo rejecting the entire heliocentric model a year before he died on his deathbed.
It was in the 16th century that the Earth was shown to be a...
Oh, and speaking of 16th century, why would you reference something from 16th century? It's 2018. Okay, here you go. This is called magic. This is called the illusion that someone is going to program into you. That's what this is.
Oh. But it was...
And it's the same Royal Society bullshit, shill shit you'll ever hear.
known to be a ball by a lot of other people before Copernicus in the Western world. What do we now call the Western world?
Galileo anymore?
The ancient Greeks noticed that from time to time...
The ancient Greeks believed in a flat earth the whole time. They didn't deviate from that for 1 second.
The earth casts a shadow on the moon.
See, he says the Greeks, as in like everyone. That's the illusion. No, a couple of Greek philosophers and astronomers that were Jesuit frauds got together. Well, you know what I mean. They might not have been Jesuits, but they were doing the same fucking thing, dude. They were in on the same code. They understood the same code. They noticed the same code. They didn't notice a shadow. Are you serious? Do you think that humans waited thousands of years to address the round shadow they see on the moon? Come on. All right, whatever. We're talking about mathematicians that would smoke any one of these guys, or the Greeks.
This is a lunar eclipse, where the moon gets in the shadow of the Earth. The sunlight is being blocked by the Earth. The moon's on the far side of the Earth.
I'm stopping.
And that shadow is always curved.
On Earth. This is, okay, look. This is my final note. All the shit he just said and everything he's probably going to say is the same stupid shit that every paid fucking shill talks about in here, okay? It's the same crap. They have a script. Okay, they don't deviate from that script. It's the same shit every time. Yeah, once you've been doing this long enough, you see the patterns. You can't get away from the patterns. They're in your face. You cannot support the globe of science. Obviously, you can't, because look at what... Okay, actually, this is the last thing I have to say, and this blows it out of the water. Look at what they did for this. Now just back up. Now hear me out. They just interviewed Bill Nye with a white background behind him. Okay, they didn't show you examples of anything he said. They didn't do anything. They just showed him. So, now I want to ask you. Now, there's a difference between proving something to you and proving something scientifically. Now, here's the deal. You cannot prove something scientifically sitting in front of a white wall in front of a camera. Case closed, checkmate. You can't prove something scientifically in an interview in front of a camera. Okay? This is why he's not a scientist. Okay? This is why he's just an actor. He's built for the camera. He's designed for the camera, not for science. He's designed to program you, to tell you what's real. Okay? Now, just look at that face. Just look at that fucking face. That's actually a scary-looking, demonic fucking face. All right? I don't care what you say. He's the creepiest-looking motherfucker on TV. Okay? They tried to give you the innocent-looking, funny science guy, the dorky science funny guy. But he's just like the rest of them. You know, and that's why he wears the bow tie. You know, that's the theme they gave him, and he has to stick with that. You know, all of these guys have handlers. They all have people that tell them how they need to look and act.